Hi everyone, welcome back to my Beach Angel Tarot shop. I'm here to do a Libby's Lennies Love Square reading. I did one for a client today and it inspired me to do one for YouTube. And while I had my camera set up in an overhead position, I thought I would go ahead and do that in this moment for everyone. I don't know if I'm going to put a date on it. It could be for the month. I mean, whenever you come across it, it'll be relevant, obviously, and always. But could be doing it for, I mean, we're in December. I don't know. We'll see. I really don't feel like I want to put a time on it. We're just going to make it timeless for whenever you come across it or for whenever you feel it'll be relevant for you. But as the reading goes, from when you watch it, the center card is going to be one month to 2 months, 2 to 4 months, 6 months and beyond will be the center cards and how they lay. So whenever you come across this reading, so if you come across it right now when I post it, the center card and the center messages are going to be 1 month. The bottom center is going to be 2 to 4 and 6 months and beyond. So you know what I want to do? I want to get a message from the Whispers of Love for everyone to open this reading. And I'm going to ask that your partner's higher self send you a message from the Whispers of Love, what they want you to know right now and what they want you to know in regard to what unfolds in this reading. Because, you know, we never know how it's going to go, right? Good or bad, for the better or the worse, right? Right now they're saying rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take breaks. So they could be on a break. And I feel like this person's processing emotions. You can see it's like a Neptune, the god of Neptune up here. So it's very emotional energy. And I feel like they're processing emotions. And there's a sense of exhaustion, of tiredness, emotional exhaustion. You know, like when you've had a really good cry and that feeling that comes over you, just could just take a nap, go to sleep, that type of feeling. So there's processing, there's releasing, there's emotional tiredness, emotional exhaustion type of feeling. And they're telling you that they need to take a bit of a break, or a break is needed right now. Okay? So if they're taking a break, this is why. And this is the message they have for you around it. 42, I'm going to read a little bit from the booklet. Well, there's not much in this booklet to read, but so you guys may be on break. You'd be taking a break, a rest is needed. And I see that, I see like she's resting. So it can even be that you know, like if you're a feminine watching this, it can be even that you've stepped back. I'm going to hold it here. It can be that you've stepped back, as well, but I feel a sense that we ask for their message to you. They're appreciating that break. There is an understanding, and while that's occurring, there's a emotional body process of healing that's going on between you. So I'm going to read it. It says, "We are at our best when we balance all aspects of our lives. Love yourself and the people in your life enough to create an environment that allows everyone an opportunity to take care of their needs. When we are rested, we are at our best and able to fully appreciate what life offers, all that life offers." So, you know, they're taking care of their needs, you're taking care of yours. There's a break, there's a resting period, and that they're appreciating as well. So this is going to be the feminine, masculine, and we all have feminine, masculine within us. So whatever you're identifying with the most as we unfold into the reading will be how it is. So focusing on everyone, law of attraction. And the 42 in the card, the 4 is all about balance and stability, and 2 is, of course, partnership. So I feel that resting periods in this relationship are required. And I feel that perhaps both people know that and have an understanding of that and are appreciating that within each other. That it's just, it may take natural ebbs and flows, just like the ocean, where it comes in and all this activity, but then it goes back out and there's a resting period, right? And that is what's creating the balance for this partnership. They both need that. It's creating that balance with the 6 that the 42 creates, but it's also the foundation on which it's built. So this may be an in and out type of thing, but it's necessary, okay? So focusing on this reading. So this is going to be the feminine thoughts. This will be the 6, and I don't do reversals here, 6 months out card. The masculine's thoughts. What's next? Feminine's feelings. 2 to 4, and masculine's feelings. Undercurrent energy is summer. So summer is a very, you know, warm, positive card. So in the undercurrent, there's warmth, there's positivity, Also, summer could be important for you guys. Maybe there's an important date that you have connected to the summertime. For me, of course, it brings up the beach. It brings up the sun. So there, in the undercurrent, there's positive energy in that aspect, in all those forms. So that's not bad at all. Okay, so the feminine, you know, most people that are watching are feminine. So we'll say your thoughts for the person watching, and it's indulgence. So you're thinking about something in this relationship that was, you know, I love ice cream. So you're thinking about something in this relationship that you love to indulge in with this person. You know, they give you that sense of like eating ice cream. And again, before I started and I paused, I was getting a feeling of a summertime day, like when you fall asleep out in the sun, you know, like how you go out in the sun and the sun is energizing, but it can kind of make you sleepy. And it was the kind of the feeling that came up. So there may be a lot of analogies to summer, to that kind of vibe. And with the ice cream there, it's that same type of feeling. Also, this ice cream, they're saying melts, right? It changes form. So there could be also something here that in your mind about this person or this relationship kind of changes form. Sometimes it may be in the solid form of the ice cream. Sometimes it may be in the melted form of the milkshake. You know, there is something that's transforming here in regards to this indulgence. And this may be, it's different in different times. Why that seemed important, I don't know. But there is a sense of that feeling or that thinking space. And something that you may have also the urge to do. So you may be feeling like, I want to, you know, like, because ice cream for me, like it's something that I kind of go to when I want to be soothed. So you may be feeling this person soothes me, like being with them or engaging with them or conversing with them or having them in your life kind of gives you that sense of being soothed. It brings you that sense of satisfaction in that way. There's also, like I said, there's a bit of a mutable energy. Like sometimes it's one way, sometimes it's another. But you can enjoy the ice cream in the solid state, and you can enjoy the milkshake, and you enjoy it in both aspects. So there's a lot of positive thoughts and thinking processes going on here for her. What is a masculine thinking? And it's playtime. So there's good energy here. And again, we have an analogy to the summer, to the beach, feeling that I was getting all along. So he's sort of in a like mind frame. This card also, when the last time it popped up for me, which I think it was in my Sagittarius New Moon, it was like spirits that they're showing themselves. Because the dolphins usually under the water, and they jump up out when they're playing, or they're, you know, going really fast, and they jump out of the water. They're higher vibrational, so they want to be seen in a higher vibrational, fun energy is what they're thinking. You know, like they want to be seen for having fun. They want to be seen as happy. They want to show themselves in this type of energy, and they want to have fun. They're thinking about, I want to have fun, you know. I want some playtime. I want to be seen. I want to be seen and have fun and play is what this person's thinking. What she is feeling, and it's email, letter, text. So she's feeling communicative, right? It could be, you know, something to do with springtime because of the tulips. But I feel like she may be feeling like she wants to communicate something new. She wants a new, because spring is new. It's new life. It's new. It's a whole new, you know, it's a whole new season leading up to summer. So there's something leading up to this, okay? She's feeling like she wants to communicate something that's leading up to this, but it's new. It's like, I feel like I am tired, not tired, but there needs to be a new communication. We need to talk about something else. And this is in her feeling space. So she's feeling communicative, but she's feeling like there needs to be a change in what they're talking about, what they're communicating. There needs to be something new about it. Okay. That's what there's a feeling here. What he's feeling is going home. So we're looking at this in the aspect of the relationship. So it can be that he's feeling in regards to her that she is home. Like she is his home. And he feels safe and secure in this connection in that way. It's something I'm hearing I always go back to. I always go back home, you know. Eventually, one way, shape, or form, you always go back home. Even if you move away and you no longer live in that family home, you know, you think about going back just to see what it looks like, or you go back to that area because you know everyone. You never really truly disconnect from your home energetically or in your mind and your thoughts. One way, shape, or form, he's feeling like he's going home. So he could be thinking about her, and that feels like that same energy. He's always, something's always leading him emotionally or in his thought processes back to home. And this is in his feeling space. So he's always feeling like that return, okay? What's next? Making out. And I love to see the dog here because the dog, of course, is God spelled backwards. It's unconditional love, it's loyalty, it's faith. And there is a connection here. There's a coupling here. You know, sometimes this making out doesn't always mean we're going to have, you know, sex or whatever. It can, for some, it can mean that you're going to have that physical connection. But it can also mean making out. Like, I've made out on a situation. Which means, you know, something positive happens or occurs. So it can be that way for one or the other, but there's going to be a positive event at the very least, and at the very most, there's going to be a physical connection. So beautiful. 2 to 4 months, satisfaction. So this, you know, the two dogs turn into a cat. And this, to me, feels very lunar. I don't know that this is a panther, but because of the darkness, it feels very lunar. I feel like it could be more on a feminine side of satisfaction in the 2 to 4 months. Not to say that it's not the masculine, but it could be on this woman's terms. Now, this reading may not apply to everybody. This may not be resonating for you. And if it's not the time for you to be watching it, or just not, simply not, you know, resonating. But I feel like there's going to be a feminine, it's like eating this ice cream. Like, I've indulged in it and I've got my satisfaction. Sometimes this is a short-lived indulgence, you know, like once you eat it, then you kind of crash. But there is a satisfaction feeling like, oh, okay, I got to do that. So there's something that I feel it's because it's feeling lunar to me. It has to do with her. She gets some sort of satisfaction. But we see in the 1 to 2 month mark, they're both present in this card. This feels very much just like this, but I could be off on that. But I don't know. We'll see where 6 months and beyond takes us, and it's fresh air. So there's a new space here. Fresh air talks about that. This is a park setting. This is an open energy where there is a bench for 2 people to sit. The bench is empty. So it's sort of like a new space where anything kind of goes, right? Where there's been a clearing of the air. There's been a new space created. There's a new place to kind of connect energetically. So that is what's happening in the 6 months and beyond. I'm going to start layering up and adding to these. So I'm going to ask, what is at the heart of the woman in this moment? What is at her heart? And wow, gotta be kidding. Strength. Lion. Now this came up in my, oh Lord, satisfaction. I said it again when I was on her side. This came up in my Sagittarius New Moon, which is, we are just, you know, we have just left that energy. And that reading had the vibe of the Wizard of Oz. So that same vibe is here within her, but I was incorrect. The lion is not a heart. It is a courage. So she could be feeling courageous, but there's really no mistakes. Like, however I said it applies, but the Wizard of Oz is about the lion getting courage, not the heart, but it could be courage to express from the heart, right? So when we see it that way, there's, like I said, there's really no error in when we're doing a reading, what comes out or what comes through. But that was the truth of it. So in her heart, she is a lot, you know, so this could be, if you're a Leo or a fire sign, this could be who you are in the astrologic zodiac. I don't want to even say, I'm not good at all that, but you could be a fire sign, feminine, but you can also be in that same energy of getting the courage, and it could be to communicate in a different way, you know, from your heart. Maybe you haven't been doing that, or there's a sense of that, but she's more courageous now. She has more strength and within herself. But it's taking me back. This reading is taking me back a bit to my Sagittarius New Moon. So that this Sagittarius New Moon could have played a pivotal energetic role in changing energies for this particular couple, right? So, oh my gosh, these are falling out. And, you know, I was focusing on the masculine energy here to see what is in him. And there is, this also came out in my Sagittarius reading. Teamwork. Now, the horse energy, the horse spirit's been helping. And we have relax. Which coffee is a stimulant. But, you know, it's saying relaxed. But this person could be relaxed. They could like coffee. They are working really hard on prayer. I feel the horse spirit is helping move things forward. Their prayers are, you know, helping move the energy as well. I'm trying to see what else is coming, but they are mirroring each other here, which in a very nice way with this lion. So they're both coming into that lion's heart, right? They're both coming into that courage and or heart, because I said it wrong in there, but I feel like there's, like I said, no mistakes. Just like there's really no mistakes in what you do in a relationship. It's all adding up to where you are, and it's all formed who you're becoming and has a part in your spiritual path. So they could be perhaps been praying for your courage to express your heart, or vice versa, because you're kind of mirroring each other with the lion. And like I said, this lion came out twice too in my Sag New Moon. It came out with the opening card from the Creative Thursdays deck, and then it came out with this. So that lion was present in that as well. So this is who this person is. This is somebody that could really like coffee. They could like to relax and drink coffee, but they are a hard worker. They want to work on this relationship. They are praying. There is that courage showing up for them as well. So I love seeing that in this mirroring effect. So let's see where else we go. We're seeing who these people are, what's at the core of them right now. Let's look at what's happening next. No, let's go. Let's go back to the thoughts. She's thinking indulgence. Let's see what else she's thinking about this indulgence. And it is deep emotion. So she's thinking about indulging in deep emotional conversation when we see it with, because this is the feeling I got here. She's thinking about communicating. So, or she's feeling communication, but bringing a change to it in some way. So she's really thinking about indulging in deep emotion. And it's going to feel good. It's like a sense of satisfaction here. So this may be part of this 2 to 4 months out, thinking about that. Let's see what he's thinking in this moment with the playtime. What else is he thinking about playtime? And it is frozen connections. So he's thinking about, he wants to have playtime, but he's also thinking this connection could be frozen. It's an inability to do that. Because we're seeing like 2 seasons here. We're seeing the dolphin like in the sun and the warmth, and then the frozen connection. But here we did see there's rest and relaxation. So it's like he's really thinking he wants to do this, but there is a pause. There is a resting period that's happening. So he's kind of like in 2 minds. He wants to do this, but he knows that there is some frozen energy going on right now, and he's not able to do it. But it is there on his mind, which is good. So we're going to see what comes here with his feeling space about going home. What more does he want to add to the going home feeling that he has in this relationship with her? Abundance. So this is also very positive, because there's an abundance of feeling of safety and returning home to him. And it's kind of giving me that same, especially now that these lions came out, it's giving me that same Dorothy feeling now too, because that's what she wanted to do, right? She was going home, and she got to do that, and she woke up from that dream, right? So there's that same feeling here. It's like an abundance of it. It's like it's a deep feeling of going home that he has here in this relationship. So let's see her feeling. Let's do her feeling. Let's add to the communication, and it is love. Wow. So she's really, again, wanting to communicate that love. She's really feeling it. And I also feel too that she could have already communicated some love and some emotion. and had, you know, the courage to do so. So there may have already been, for some reason, I'm feeling like that could have came out too. But this is also about a new way of expressing that with the tulips. So there's a newness here too, like she's wanting to express that love. So that's beautiful confirmation of what we already saw. So let's add to the next 3 in the center. The center one is making out. What is coming up next with the making out? And it is tense. Woo. So it is a deep focus, I feel, on both parts. There's an intenseness in this making out. Coming up. And these are lions and this is tigers. Lions and tigers and bears. Sorry, I can't help but feel I think that wasn't that the song? I Am Bad. I mean, everybody knows now I'm bad with the Wizard of Oz because of that mistake of the courage and the heart I made. But I think that's what they sang. Lions, tigers, and bears am I. Or they sang something like that in a rhyming. Oh my gosh. So there's a tense, there's a focus, there's a hyper focus on this connection, right, in the next month. So they're both, if nothing's happening, if nothing's unfolding in the next month, they are both watching this, you know, energetically. They're both very focused on a result to get satisfaction here in, I feel, a physical way, right? So let's see what the satisfaction. The bunnies just jumped right out there. This is so funny. So fertility sex is a satisfaction in this. This is 1 to 2. This is 2 to 4. 2 to 4. From when you come to this reading, not necessarily when it's posted, but when you come to it. If you feel this is your energy, and this is what's going on for you, especially if this is a relationship that takes laws. It's in, it's out, it rests. And it's kind of a needed energy for the 2. If you resonate with that, then this is really, you know, really connecting to you. But yeah, sex fertility, it says it straight out there. So it's definitely coming up with that. So the fresh air and the 6 months out, let's see where we go. Opposites attract. So there's a coming together. There's a space here. There's an open space for the 2 to come together. And we have the cat and the dog. So we have a lot of we have a lot of animals in this reading. And yeah, so the opposites attract, and there is a new fresh energy for them and an open place for them to connect. Now, when I say that, I'm not talking about a literal place, but it could be if that's your particular situation. But I'm talking about an energetic place for you guys to come together. That's more open, more cleared up energetically for you to, you know, come together. So what's been opposite about you becomes, you know, like in a negative way, becomes a more positive, I feel, in the next, you know, 6 months and beyond. So they wanted me to show the bottom, and it is bed buddy. So it's kind of funny too. Two more dogs making out. I couldn't help it. I can't help but come. So they're just being funny today. So I hope everyone has enjoyed this. My Libby's Lennies Love Square. I will put a link to it below if you like your own personal private reading. And let's see, summer is about 6 months out. So summertime could be accumulation to summer. Let's just put it that way. Summer to autumn could be accumulation for some, because time will sometimes be a little bit further out for some people. So we're almost in January. So if you say 6 months from January, it would be June, which was where we may be turning into, yeah, June 21st would be turning into summer. And so from summer to autumn in stages, perhaps this will be happening for those that this resonates for. So it may not be right at those time frames, but it'll be bumped back between summer and autumn, I feel, for these. Anyway, like I said, I'll put a link to this below. I hope everyone has enjoyed it. And big hugs. Angel blessings.